It says going live. We're live. Hey, good morning. This is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show at 7:08, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And this is our 303rd episode, right? I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master, Agile Coach, and here we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way. And we're a little bit late again today, I will say, as I said before. A couple things I've learned this week. One, stretch your legs out before you do any real crazy exercises after being stuck in the house for COVID for whatever, 3 months now. I don't know. It's been crazy. It's probably only been 2 months, like March. So in March, April, now May. So it's at least 2 months, right? Yeah, because I screwed up my knee. I'm getting old. Old. It's like when these people have these extracurricular activities and stuff like that, and I go, I'm getting old. And the other thing I learned is do not like you're gonna, if you fall asleep during the day, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night, and then do not watch like a Netflix show that has like lots of shows in it, like a series, because it's not gonna go well. So yeah, I made the mistake of watching an episode or two of a Netflix series, and then I couldn't go to sleep, and I couldn't wake up, and that's why it's 7 o'clock instead of 5:30 in the morning. Sorry about that, but I will do better and resist watching the show and make sure I go to sleep. Problem is when you hurt your knees and stuff like that, you take a nap every once in a while, and that just throws up your whole sleeping wake situation. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I hope you're doing good. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, so we got a lot of things going on. We got a holiday coming here in the States, Memorial Day holiday, and with that, I wanted to talk about two things. Part of it's from that webinar, whatever we did, that was done on Friday with people from all around the world. A lot of people from Saudi Arabia, Middle East kind of world, Egypt, things like that. And I want to talk about a couple things. One, cross training, and the idea of going on vacation or holiday. And then the other one was kind of a saying it again about the idea of giving permission to others from the show. So, and I'm going to try to keep it short because it is later than normal. And still got lots of stuff to do. I got to get the kids ready. I got to get ready for work. That's the other bad thing. You wake up late. You just got things you got to do. So cross-training. So let me ask you a question. While you're on holiday, and this is the holiday thing, right? This is what you do on holiday. Could you not send or even copy emails to a coworker while on vacation? So, is that where, if you knew somebody, it was two things. One, if you were on vacation. Two, if they were on vacation. One, if you knew, and that's a challenge, if you knew a coworker was on vacation and they said they out of the office, and it was a really interesting trick by Magdalena, right? Magdalena, she was the one that spoke the other day. The question is I have, and this goes to cross-training and Scrum and Agile. Why do you send emails to people when they're not there? What are they supposed to do? They're going to come back and read it all? It's a waste of time. If it's critical about their job and pay and things that they take personally, yeah, you might want to give them an email, or you could save it and then give it to them when they get back. But here's the challenge. Don't send, don't include them in copy all or whatever when they're not here, because are you expecting a response? It's a waste, right? But it's also, can you measure that, right? Can you measure how good your team is by not including someone or depending on someone on your team if they're on vacation, right? And this goes to the cross training. Is our team good enough to cross train and we don't need to ask or depend on somebody out of the office? It's just something to think about, right? But I thought the real neat challenge she had during a conversation was she does this. She says, I'm paraphrasing. I'm not doing me, quote me. Um, like I don't email people while they're on vacation. If they're marked out of office, I don't email them, which is a great thing. I mean, why? Why bother? Right? You expect them to respond? Are you setting that up for that thing? But just something to think about. It's, a lot of this stuff is not, a lot of things in Agile Scrum is just to make you think. It's not to give you a direct answer and what to do. But it'd be interesting next time you know someone's out, don't email them, right? Respect their time set, right? So that goes into the second one. And this is going to be a real short episode. And it goes to what we had talked about the other day. If you answer emails and texts, like text, like we used to text or messages on the weekend, it is your fault, right? It's not the manager's fault. It's not your coworker's fault. It's your fault. And I thought that was a great item. And what triggered me on this and why I brought it up, had a big debate the other day, and I kind of read the riot act to my team, to some of my coachees. We just had a discussion about people scheduling meetings during lunch and people accepting those meetings. So in our comment, it's like, whose fault is it that you take those emails and texts at 2:00 in the morning or on the weekend and stuff like that? And I would even, whose fault is it for accepting those meetings during lunch? I felt bad, but I don't feel bad. I read the riot act to one of my Agile coaches because he got in the habit of scheduling meetings during lunch because no other time was available. Is that the right solution? I would say no. I would say the solution is that we got to find a way to free up more time and not accept all those meetings. And do we really need to be in all those meetings? Probably not. A lot of people put meetings in scheduled time and it just builds up and takes over the calendars. They're not real meetings, right? They're not. They're really not. I see one group does 1 hour meetings. I see one group does 2 hour meetings. I just got a thing for a inspect and adapt for a IP workshop. And the freaking presentation was 71 pages long. Holy crap. I should talk about that. 71 pages long. I'm like, how long is this meeting going to be for 71 page? And is it really useful information? Not in a presentation. Maybe on a website or a wiki page, you want to find out who's on the team. You can go there anytime you want. But don't present that and don't take that time it takes to flip the damn pages. It's a waste. It's a freaking waste. Because people don't think about this stuff. And they don't listen to, what is it? Value number 2 about working software over comprehensive documentation. I think that violates that one big time. But again, why are you accepting meetings during lunch? And it's funny, after I'll give you a secret. After I really read into him, I said, look, it's like, and I think I might have talked about this. I don't know. I said to him, look, I don't want any more meetings during lunch period or lunch time area unless it's really succinct. We have an agenda and we're going to get stuff done and we're not going to be screwing around. I don't want to be chit-chatting during a whole hour during lunch. I want to have it quick, fast, get it done, hit the topic. What do we need to cover and why? And it needs to be succinct. If it's something that's not going to happen for 2 months, don't freaking schedule a damn meeting during lunch. That's stupid. I mean, literally stupid. I'm just rambling now, but is there really a need to schedule a meeting during that time for something that's going to happen for 2 months? You can find some time in the calendars between now and then to schedule that meeting. You don't need to do it right like now. I mean, but that was one of my things I said. And guess what? My calendar, my lunch period, it's empty for the rest of the week because he was the one scheduling the meetings during my lunch period. Every once in a while, someone doesn't. I get it. It's like, maybe sprint planning day because we have so many meetings and so much stuff going on. I don't fret that. There's a couple of days over the week. It's like, yeah, it's going to get tight and there's a lot of things going. I don't mind it, but not every day of the week, right? And what I turned it on, what Magdalene said, whose fault is it for answering those emails and replying those during those texts during the 2 o'clock in the morning? And my thing is, who's accepting those meetings? When you already have a meeting, or you have something, don't decline it. Give them feedback. This is, I can't make it. Come up with another time. Um, accept the stories you want in your calendar, right, or the meetings. So anyway, just think about that this week. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Look at your calendar. Look what people are doing. You know, it's part of this is so you don't stress out during this work from home area with the coronavirus. If you're in meetings all day, you can't get up and go get some lunch, feed the kids, do whatever you got to do. Dude, you're going to stress out. You're going to lose it. I think I lost it last week. That's probably why I barked at them. It's like, no, stop it. But no, think about it. That's all I got today. But it is part of the agile and mindset. And who gives permission? You're giving permission to those people to take advantage of you. Don't do it. It's not. What do they? I mean, if they fire you because you didn't take a meeting during lunch, I'm like, do you really want to work there? I'm just asking you that question. Is it really worth working there? I'll be honest with you. The organization is that fucking. Excuse my French. That's not French, but that's what guy who said it's never French, but it's something else. But anyway, that tight on the time. I was like, I don't know if I really want to be there, to be honest with you. Unless you're a medical doctor and you got to help somebody and they're dying on the spot. That's a different story, right? Or you're stuck in the middle of a high-rise building, you're on the side of the wall. Yeah, you kind of want to get the job done because you can't really take a break and you can't walk away, and you're better off in safety involved getting it done. So anyway, those are my 2 topics for today. So vacation, cross training, make sure your team not dependent upon somebody on vacation, and giving permission. You're in essence giving permission to people to call you in the middle of the night, to call you on weekends, to text you, to email you to get responses, and to take over your lunch period with meetings that really don't need to happen. That's you. That's you, me. I know. I try to explain that to people. I get better at it, and I work with people who do it. I say, well, what are we doing here? And my job as a coach is not just to bitch and moan about it, but work with them to build better agendas, better succinct conversations, work on the conversation, work on the meeting time, work on the outcomes. And that's what agile coaches do. We just don't bitch, right? We go in there and help fix those problems and help them organize their meetings. They may not like it, but it's better to have a nice organized meeting and people want to come than you drag people kicking and screaming. They're all late and nothing gets done anyhow, wasting everybody's time. So thumbs up. Give a like if you like it. Share with your friends. Ring the little bell so you get a notification. And don't forget, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing another interview. I got a couple of people I'm trying to meet with them to have some preliminary discussions and do some interviews in the future because it looks like it'll be fun. Some people are interested in doing it. So I like meeting with new Scrum Masters and people around the world. It's been fun. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Enjoy your Wednesday. All right. Bye. See ya. Happy scrumming. Happy scrumming.